the reason why I brought about this podcast. So currently, my family is in a situation where we are, I don't know if battle is the word, but we are trying to figure out some land that has been left as heirs property. And we found out because my grandmother did not necessarily have certain things in place, we are now having to go to court to figure this out. So that prompted my mom to make sure that she has not a will in place, but a trust in place. And to make sure that when she goes to be with the Lord, we have everything we need. And she actually sat me and my brother down one day. He came down from Charlotte and we had a conversation. I'll never forget, I was talking to a good friend of mine and she said, that seems like a morbid conversation. And I said, no, at the end of the day, you don't know when your loved ones are going to leave here. So if your loved ones leave here, do you have proper things in place? So my mom showed me the life insurance. She showed us, with the house, it was certain things. She actually had, um, it's called a love letter to my, a love letter to my loved one. And it's actually something I was able to Google and find it, but literally you can lay out your wishes, what you want to happen, even to the point to your service. First, before we even get into a will and a trust, life insurance.
A lot of people, if you follow me, IG, Facebook, TikTok, I am an advocate for life insurance. Like that is my focus, right? And with life insurance plays an important role for everything, like as far as you getting a will and a trust. Because if you don't have anything to in place to leave behind to basically keep everything on go, like say for instance, daily, of how they're calling me asking for a policy because their grandmother passed away, but also in the same sense, right? They don't have any funds to pay for to keep grandma's house in the family, right? So
Mm-hmm.
now that's when you get into the wills and the trust and things of that magnitude because people don't have the uh, funds to pay for the taxes, and then the house goes up for taxes. But most important, life insurance is not just for death, people. It's called life insurance.
Could the children come in together and put together a policy for her?
I gotta clap for you on that because that is the number one thing everybody should do, right? If you have a huge
Mm.
family, like my siblings, I'm telling them, hey, let's get a policy on mom and pop. You should be doing the same exact thing with your families. Y'all should be doing the same thing for grandma because at the end of the day, would you rather go in paying a little bit now? Okay, if it's 10 people, grandma's
Mm-hmm.
policy is $100 per month. That's only $10. But if grandma don't
Mm-hmm.
have it and grandma's policy, I mean, excuse me, grandma's funeral cost is $10,000. Now you got to come up with a grand each. So
Mm-hmm.
would you rather $10 or would you rather come up with a grand? Thing is, right? Once again, we have to be those ones once again to stand in the gap and say, hey, we're going to do something different. How about this? Well, grandma not with grandma is on a fixed income. Let's
Mm-hmm.
all come together, get a big old policy. Whether if it's and even also at grandma's age, she will qualify for a final expense policy. So probably up to $40,000 to $50,000. Take $15,000 away from the 50 that's